he didn't come through.
God damn
Welcome.
it.
No! If you guys like to curse, we're going to do plenty of that. So prepare yourselves accordingly. That's what we do here. We only use profanity. The entire show is profanity. That's what we are. That's who we are. That is what makes us us.
Again, too long.
I was just asking about hardware. I wasn't cursing.
That's all he has to say, is we curse.
Hardware. How hard are we talking?
What about wetware?
Oh.
Super hard.
Oh,
Okay.
wetware.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
What about moist?
Oh yeah.
This can go on for quite some time. Whack.
You guys,
Rein it in.
you guys have set yourselves up to go inspect this insect-like creature again. The strange transport insect of these insect aliens. Dr. Icarus, you and Betty head outside of the ship. How do you want to sort of position yourself? Like, what's the goal here? Where are you going?
I'm gonna let Betty drive.
Are you directing her?
Oh, I mean, I'm pointing at the giant space slug the size of a football field. Yeah.
Right end. Oh, all right. Which end do you want? Big end or a little end?
Were most of the blowholes on the rear end?
Yeah, they were kind of like they were around sort of like I'd say midway to the back portions of this creature.
Maybe a little closer to the front.
Right. So away from all the buttholes then, yeah.
Just in case they expel any more stuff. I really wish I
Right.
could have got
Okay, so you want me away? You want us away from the bit that catches fire towards the bit that secretes acid and chews through ships?
Yes, exactly.
Right. Okay. Just so you know, if this thing fucking twitches, I'm out of here. All right.
Right. Okay, I mean, it's dead.
Right. I'm not taking your word for it.
Okay. You maneuver towards the mouth. From what I gather? Okay. Maneuver towards the mouth. What's the plan here? What are you doing here as you get closer?
So, from what I've learnt, its version of alive isn't what I would call our version of alive. So I want to know if its version of alive is still in fact alive. The readings I was getting before, how have they changed?
Okay. So the readings that you're getting from this thing, it doesn't seem to be excreting anything. The readings that you get are that the surface composition of the outer portions of this carapace are charred and burnt. The readings there's no life signs. You're still not getting any life signs, and the mouth.
Am I getting more of a certain type of data? Like, could I if it did have a dampening field, does it look like that dampening field has stopped?
Give me another. This is going to be logic plus physics with your scientific scanner. A 20. Okay.
I don't get anything. I think I just use the scientific scanner. That's just what I use.
Okay. So there doesn't appear to be any kind of dampening field that you can tell.
Betty,
Right.
I think you should poke it.
Are you having a laugh?
I don't think so.
Right. Why don't you bloody poke it then?
'Cause you're driving and I'm strapped to the back of you.
Front of me, thank you very much. You're in the way of the jets, otherwise. You're basically in front of me like a baby in a sling. but side wise, I'm the baby and you're the adult, so it's just weird and awkward.
Perfectly
You're literally
describes your
strapped to the
relationship.
back of me.
Hashtag Borean backpack.
Oh Jesus! Right.
Just take it slow.
Right. Right.
I
If
poke
you
it.
Oh, right. I was going to let me use my wrench, but never mind.
Okay, so you sort of are trying to poke the carapace.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Area. I
Any-
guess
any
the area around the mouth. You just kind of like poke it. The area around the mouth. As you get closer, you can see that it's kind of. It looks like the carapace sort of stops like maybe a meter before the edge of the mouth, and that space where the mouth is, it sort of has like segmented like plates that sort of like rub against each other before it gets to the lamprey kind of mouth. These segmented plates slide underneath the carapace, and when you poke sort of like the plates, they're hard. They're very, very, very hard. But they kind of crumble a little bit as they've been charred.
Okay. No reaction from this thing?
No.
I need something to try and...
Betty, your wrench.
What about it?
Can you maybe break some of this stuff here so I can see what's behind it?
Well, I could use a hammer. It seems like hammer and chisel I got on me. It seems like that might be a better
Why
idea.
did you bring a hammer and chisel out into space?
I'm a Borean.
Good point.
Right. Thank you. All right, hang on. So I'm gonna need you to don't. Right, bend over. Bend over a second. Right, here we go. Okay, right. And dunk. Tick, 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 tick. Does it come off?
I feel like if you're tapping it at the edge, then yes.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
sort of a
just
bit
trying to
it's a bit crumbly there, like where it's thinner.
sort of a bit like ceramic plate or something. It's like. Right. Okay. Here we go. I got a chunk. Have you brought some bags or something? Did you bring a bag?
You're muted.
You muted, you fucking donkey.
Pshh. Sorry, comms. Of course, I am a scientist.
Right, okay, there you go. I'll sort of poke it underneath the plates with the chisel and just like, right, you sure this thing's dead?
Is it squidgy?
We don't know. Is it squishy?
Whack, is it squidgy?
Or
That
is it
depends.
gloopy?
Can you explain what squidgy is?
Man, I thought all this shit was universal, squidgy and gloopy and everything. I didn't realize it was. Man, so squidgy is.
No, all these made-up words that you guys have,
Alright,
we don't.
You know, all right, squidgy is right. You know, you get a carpet and it gets wet, right? And it's like unpleasantly squishy.
Okay.
That's
Well,
basically.
it doesn't have to be wet. You're confusing
It
me.
doesn't
then.
have to be wet.
You know
yeah.
what a flump is? Whack.
Peep,
I thought a
peep.
flump. I thought a
Peeps.
flump was the thing in D&D. The it looks like a jellyfish.
That's a flump.
Yeah. All right, pumped. Peeps. They're the same thing, right? Flumps and peeps. They're like marshmallow
Okay,
things.
yeah.
Squidgy means slightly elastic, but often moist as well. I guess that'd
Like
be a good way to
sponge
say
cake.
squidgy.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No, 'cause that'd be spongy.
Yeah, you don't
That
want
would
squidgy-
also be spongy,
Yeah.
but
You-
you could
you don't want
describe
squidgy.
something that's spongy as squidgy.
No,
Are you
you don't
talking
want a
about-
Jellyfish?
You don't want a
Well,
squidgy
it's-
sponge cake, all right?
What,
You
what
do
about
not
a
want a
Stretch
squidgy
Armstrong?
sponge cake.
Stretch
If you had a
Armstrong?
sponge cake,
Yeah, Stretch Armstrong is squidgy.
Oh,
Right,
Poop,
if you got a sponge
feces,
cake
shit,
and then-
shit is squidgy.
No,
Yeah, that's true. That's-
well, it's kind of, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a bit more,
I mean, you'd expect it to be a bit more elastic if it's.
It's a bit more
squidgy.
glue.
Guys, do you
Gloopy.
see
Poop
our
can be a
DM?
bit more.
He's on the edge, and
All
he's
right,
considering
he
jumping,
asked.
but
He asked. All right.
he's sad
He
about that
asked
now.
the
as
question.
you can see.
Marshmallow
French, my friend.
A marshmallow.
He
Squidgy.
regrets.
Yeah, marshmallow.
Those on the
sponge.
podcast, Wax Steven has been face palming for the last 20 minutes.
It's true.
I love this.
Such a headache.
You asked. You asked.
And the best part is, I still don't really feel like I have an answer.
All right, take a sponge cake, pour custard on it. That's squidgy.
Is it like skin underneath those plates?
So there is definitely like a soft palate kind of feel beneath the plates.
Oh, like gums sort of thing. Yeah, gums and soft palate. And ew, that's ew. It's a bit squidgy.
Is it squidgy?
Sort of. It's sort of squidgy and a bit rubbery.
But not gloopy.
I turn to
No,
everyone
it's
in
not
the ship.
gloopy.
I'm like, squidgy.
I don't know.
I think it is better you don't ask.
It's
Because if those two get started, they don't stop.
That's a good point.
I think they've already started.
Can we just fly away?
Can you get me a bit of it?
Right, I can probably
Particularly
spot-
squidgy bit.
Right, do you want a splodge or just a little blob?
Oh, a splodge would be great.
Right, okay then. Right, let me get. Right, hang on. I got. Oh, I think this calls for a scoop. Yeah, here we go. Right, okay. Oh, it's a bit gristly as well. Ooh.
Is
Ooh,
it
that's
gristly?
No, not at all.
Oh no, tell a lie. No, squidgy and gloopy. Right, there we go then.
I put that in a different bag.
Okay.
Can we get around the front? Maybe have a look at these teeth.
You're muted.
Sorry, there's dog-related things happening. Right, you then. I'll just right. Okay. Probably dead. Should be fine.
Well, you
Should
just
be fine.
scooped out a bunch of its soft palate, and it didn't seem to react.
It may be biding its time.
Do I see the same rows of serrated teeth like we saw when they attacked the ship?
Yes, absolutely.
I try and wiggle a tooth.
So unlike a shark's tooth, they don't immediately detach.
Okay.
These things are actually quite hard, and they're rooted quite deep from what you can see.
We'll get the hammer drill.
We might need a scalpel or something.
No, hammer drill do. Right.
As they're doing
Where are
that,
you pulling these things from?
Got to talk, can I?
I turn to
Who doesn't have a
Simon
hammer drill?
and I'm like, can you sense anything in there? Like, is it?
I can try. Just give me a second. Walk up and take a real good look at it while I wait for Roll20 to reload because it crashed.
Okay, so you're trying to determine if you're getting some kind of signal from this. Do you have an exploit that will allow you to do that?
I do not.
Okay.
No.
So I think it's just going to be psi plus medicine.
Okay.
Let's get crazy with these combinations.
Pretty sure.
Oh my
That's,
God.
yeah, that's my 46.
Yeah, that's the advantage of this game. You can kind of just combine whatever makes sense.
Ooh, man,
Wow, that's a super good roll. Okay, Peachy, do
21.
you want to see how that? Do you want to look at that, or does it confuse you, or are you?
That's because he only rolled 4, and as me and Tuesday have already figured out, the more you roll, the lower the numbers are.
Yeah, the more
Okay.
dice you put in there.
Science!
So, as you extend your mind out towards this thing, Simon, you're sort of like trying to connect with something, trying to make some kind of attachment to this creature with your mind to find some kind of anchor point where you can send psi energy back and forth. There is no anchor point that you can tell.
Okay. I can't. I can't. There's nothing there.
So either it's dead or it's a mindless thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. As soon as I was reaching out for it, I could probably sense. Could I sense the doctor and Betty out there?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh God, do you look into Betty's mind?
No, like if anything, it's just a light touch. You know what I mean?
Oh, touching me up, huh?
I could.
It's a glancing blow.
Dick and Betty. They are there, but nothing else.
Maybe it's resistant to mental attacks or being penetrated, or it's dead.
It looks pretty dead.
Well, it'd be easier to cut apart and look at what's inside of it, I suppose.
Yeah, we should make a note of the coordinates and then head back once they have samples.
Yeah, or as much as we can fit in the thing we have behind us.
Maybe get some of the butt engines and put them in there.
Yeah, we could carve them out. I like it on the comms, and I'm like, if you guys, if that thing's dead, let's try to carve up as much of it as we can so we can bring it back in the.
If it's not dead,
cargo.
it's very patient. I don't think that I could perform an autopsy in space.
Well, that's why we have the cargo shuttle thing on the back of us. Remember?
I look at this cargo shuttle, which is like an eighth the size of this thing, right?
No, not that small. No. I'd say
So
they're
this thing
they're
is-
very close in size.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The bug creature, the insectoid creature is probably just slightly bigger than the shuttle.
The entire shuttle. not-
Yes, the entire shuttle.
Yeah, the cargo bay is a fraction of that. The
Right.
cargo
Yeah.
section. Of
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry, I missed where you
Yeah.
said the cargo bay. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
This wouldn't fit into that, right?
You don't really have a cargo bay on the shuttle, to be
No,
fair.
we're towing
Yeah.
a cargo.
Oh yeah, the cargo container. Correct. It won't fit
Yeah.
inside the cargo container. No.
So get what parts you want, and
I
that
forgot
will
all
fit.
about that fucking thing. That would have been a very different combat situation. Anyway.
Get what you guys want from it, and put it in there. I think one of the FPs would be great.
FPs? What?
The sphincters,
The flash
Oh,
and
right, you've got
portholes.
bubbles. Right, okay, I got you.
the dick holes.
FPs.
What?
Engine butts.
The flatulent portholes.
Okay,
Flatulent
okay.
portholes.
They are now FPs, all right? Let's all get on the same page.
Right, FPs. Right, and
You did
right,
find all that useful data, I guess, but the next one is mine.
Okay, well, start carving it up. We only have a few
I
hours left.
kind of like to maybe see if there's any of those creatures it carries inside.
I kind of wouldn't, because those things were fucking terrifying, and they crawled in that bloke's mouth, and they was all like, and it was horrible. So let's just get some bottles and be done
What?
with it.
I think it would have probably spit them onto the ship
wait,
if it
what?
had any.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Right, you know those.
Minor communication issue there, pilot. Mhm.
I look at Simon and I was like, they're not very good at this, are they?
No, I don't know how we manage.
Betty,
I'm just commenting Betty now.
remember, we're not supposed to tell him all the things.
Oh, right, I forgot about it. Sorry, I was a bit flustered because, I'm currently trying to drill a giant butthole out of an alien thing. All right, so forgive me if I'm a bit, flustered right now. I mean, I've never worked on an arch this big before. Well, this does remind you of a certain situation. It was just,
Betty, can you turn off your comms?
What? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was still broadcasting. Sorry.
Mute, Betty, mute.
I told you they just do this, and my job is to watch. And you see the first traces of bitterness cross my visage.
Yeah, I just turned to Nova and I'm like, yeah, just I guess try to remind them that not everyone needs to know everything, because now I know way more than I knew
have
before.
tried that. I encourage you to do the same. Maybe you will have a better result.
I would recommend a different team, but
This is not in the stars for me, apparently.
unfortunately, out in the middle of nowhere, and we don't know where we're at, we don't really have many options. And we have a crazy scientist who will do anything to get his readings, and a horny Borean.
That's about the size of
I
it.
tell you what, though, I really like that watch. There you go.
Did she open it? Did we get attacked?
Yeah.
You're
Pull the butthole out.
She's trying to. No. I'm trying to get you to open the thing up.
Right.
I
Well,
wanna
first
see
of all,
inside it.
what I was doing was drilling out a butthole. because that's
You
what I
cut
was-
out a butthole. Right. Okay.
There you go.
I will secure the FP.
So to be clear, to do something like that, Betty, you'd have to travel along the outside of the creature,
Right, yeah.
Because they're kind of midway through it, and
Yeah, that's
towards
basically
the back.
what I've probably done is drift back down to the midline ones and drill out a
Okay.
butthole.
So give me a maintenance plus. See, I don't even know how to. Strength.
Right.
Can I also say what the thing we think it's dead because they're carving it out? Can I start moving the shuttle like slowly but surely, like carefully, next to this thing so they can
Sure.
start
I
loading
won't make
things
you
into the
roll
cargo?
for it.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty basic kind of maneuver. A 14 on a 5d6. Okay. So it's not easy. The carapace is extremely hard. The only place that's kind of easy to sort of break it apart is near the edges, right near the edge of these
Butthole.
portholes are, and even then, it's not an easy going. These carapaces are very, very hard, and I think
The butthole is rubbery and resists the drill.
without much like brain power usage, you can essentially tell immediately that this carapace is meant for very very laborious kind of work. It's very resistant to damage. So I feel like you trying to do this is extremely hard, and I don't know if you can. I feel like you try to do it, you try to sort of hollow it out, and it doesn't work.
Right, we're gonna need something a bit more. Right, so
Your
the
drill
hammer
needs
drill's
more
not doing it.
horsepower.
Yeah. Right then. How about? Has anybody got a laser on that? I don't. Would I have like some sort of laser welder type, sort of like cutting torch in my?
I think so, maybe.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna pull out the sort of like laser cutting torch and just be like, right, let's try something a bit more.
Very hard wearing.
Yeah, I know, right? It takes a good.
Yeah.
It takes a good jackhammering, I'll tell you that. Right.
Maybe
Now,
you could get a bit of the harder carapace, not the crumbly stuff as well. Yes.
Maybe I don't know. Right. Here we go. Right. No, I'm just gonna start like.
Okay. So the basically like the welding or cutting torch that you're trying to use, the blackened area of the carapace sort of flakes away, and you can see there's kind of, you know how like your fingernails, like the keratin for your fingernails, like when your fingernail grows, you can kind of see like where the nail is going to start up again, right? The carapace looks like it grows from inside, so like there's almost like layers that grow out towards the outer carapace, and they sort of meet and reinforce each other.
So basically, it's scales.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But there's no scales. They sort of form into one carapace.
Oh, really? It's like nails or scales or something up there. It's like organic stuff. That's ooh.
But your cutting torch only sort of cuts through the upper like portions of it. You sort of furrow out like a little bit. You can't really get through the carapace.
So basically, this is going to take a fucking long time. This is. I'm just going to have to take it in chunks. Right.
Maybe we don't have much time. Maybe concentrate on the FPs.
Yeah. How much time do we have left?
Right. Okay. I'll
1
just try
hour.
cutting out. Yeah, I'm just going to try cutting out the actual butthole, sort of like just avoiding the carapace and just going for the rubbery bits.
We have 40 minutes left of harvesting, and then we have to head back.
Right.
Okay, so we can kind of fast forward a little bit.
The thing is, I really want to try and get inside to see what's inside it.
Okay, so we're gonna fast forward through Betty trying to get some part of the carapace. Betty, give me one more strength and maintenance roll.
Hell, baby. Ooh, yeah, there we go.
That's a crit. Okay, so through patient trial and error, you're able to sort of barely dig out one of these things. And as you do, like an eyeball attached to a retina, it kind of like it like
Well, this is bloody disgusting, isn't it?
like and
Get
all
as
this
much of it as you can.
all this effluvia kind of just like
Ew, it's on me suit. Oh, I hope this isn't corrosive.
there's just like globules that are like
Right, could you scan this shit and make sure it's not corrosive just before it melts out of my suit?
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, scan it!
I scan it.
yeah, give me a biology plus your logic, please.
Would this be chemistry? I just want to check if it's not corrosive.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that'll work.
19.
19. Okay, so these globules are not corrosive. They are extremely volatile, though.
Volatile to what?
I'm assuming
A
to
spark.
Betty, do not turn on your welding torch.
Right.
Maybe
Just gonna extra turn it off.
maybe now you're discovering why the carapace and stuff was so difficult to penetrate.
Right. Why should I turn my well? Is this what is this shit?
This is very volatile material.
Is that the shit that was glowing pink and it just sort of caught fire for the entire thing? Okay, good. Right. Okay. Yep. I'm just gonna put this away very carefully with no sparks. Here, you take the exploding bottle.
So it's still connected. There's like these sort of there's quite obviously some kind of tubes that are connected to this thing.
Right. Okay. Hang on. I'm just gonna keep pulling.
That are probably like like thick around. You're trying.
This is bloody disgusting. Just saying.
Looks like a hardcore Swiggle Threx video.
Look, Loken doesn't know who that is.
He'll learn. Don't worry.
Oh, you will.
There is a Swigglethrax bar on this
He
ship.
hasn't swiggled his last Thrax.
So,
I'm scared now. kind
should
of,
be.
a little bit.
So the
should be.
so these tubes, this I guess is it an endocrine system? I don't know. Some kind of transport system for this fluid or whatever. These things seem to just go on forever. You can't really kind of just yank it out.
Right. Oh, we're gonna need to slice this without. Right. Okay. Hang on. Right. Can I use the laser cutter?
Nothing is gonna cause a spark.
Right. I
Bite
get the
it.
bolt cutter.
Just bite it.
I'm wearing a spacesuit, you fucking mentalist.
You can survive.
I went a bit Newcastle then.
I turn to the other two and I'm like,
I just pull out the bolt cutters and I'm just like, right, here we go. This should be fine.
Don't make it
I told
I'm
you
always one for the
this is
bolt
a
cutters.
continuous thing. I may go crazy by the end.
how are you guys not dead yet?
Right, I just slice it with the bolt cutters.
Well, I'm good at making people feel good.
Giggity.
That's true. That's true. Simon, he calms us down. Otherwise, I think maybe I would have shoot them by now. And I get a dark expression on my face.
Yeah,
The overhead light just kind of fizzles out a little bit, and you just have like reflected light like coming up from the bottom.
Every shadow accentuated.
It's kind of like your
Okay,
current
then.
lighting setup that you've got going on. Your
Yeah.
fucking place.
Pretty much like that.
Fucking dark Tuesday.
AF. Yeah.
Tuesday black. So, okay. So yeah, you kind of get the bolt cutters like.
These are not meant for this. This is fucking disgusting. I'm gonna have to clean all my shit when I get back.
Yeah, and the stuff just kind of like, just kind of starts like floating around like liquid in space. You know, just.
Right, I'll just jet over here a second. Just get out of the yeah. Just get away from the shit. I bet it smells awful. You hold on to your butt, all right?
Realistically,
I am holding on to it.
Right, hold on to it tighter. Don't let it slip through your fingers.
Okay.
realistically, how much more stuff can I take off this thing with me?
I mean,
Do I still have space? Am I full?
Your current... I mean, you don't have a Ziploc that you can use to kind of grab the butthole.
Okay. I'm holding the
Betty
butthole.
probably has a net bag on her somewhere, so she's like, right, hang on, hold on to the... There you go, stick it in that.
You guys are right next to the fucking...
Yeah, he's moved the cargo. I mean, you guys can just float over to the fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
Let's
so we
put
just-
it into the cargo container then.
There we go, then.
I hope you guys were trying to load as much as you can into that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'd like to take off bits. The only specific thing I would like to try and get inside it, see if Betty can do that.
Right. What do you want to do now?
Well, I'd like to get inside. Maybe there's,
I close comms.
maybe there is some of those invisible mind-controlling bugs.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking great idea, you fucking mentalist!
Yes, we should definitely get one if there are any.
Is Betty's comm still open, or is there?
Yeah, Betty's comms are totally still open. You fucking fine. Let's go and get your fucking thingy.
What are you guys talking? What crazy plan?
Nothing. We were just talking about bottles and drain plugs and butterflies and things. Right, let's go. Come on. Oh, fuck me. Right, I'll get the drill out again.
How much time do they have left out of the 40 minutes?
Oh, I know. Hang on. Right, crowbar.
30
I'm
minutes.
just gonna try and crowbar the thing's mouth open.
It's a just big lamprey mouth. It's all fucking open already.
Oh, right. Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna be like, right then. So we just.
In you go.
Your arms still work all right, don't they?
I'm gonna flash a flashlight down through its.
You're trying to
Gullet.
like look over your shoulder like that because I
Turn
mean
us
you're
90 degrees.
are you hugging Betty? Is that the way that this
No,
strap
I'm
is?
strapped.
Or you're
I'm
just
strapped to her front.
okay.
My
Okay.
arms are free
Okay.
and my legs are dangling.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you kind of flash a flashlight in there. You can see like all various like fluid and stuff. Like you see the sort of saliva sorts trickling from the upper portion to the lower portion, and a giant fucking tongue, and a. I guess it's big in there. It's kind of spacious.
Right now, we really don't want to be getting to
I'm
touch
flashing a flashlight down.
saliva shit, right?
Yes, that's probably quite corrosive.
Right, so this would be a suicidal idea, right?
I'm got a flashlight. I'm trying to look inside it. What do I see inside it from the front end?
Give me a perception check.
I'm also going to be looking because I've got my crowbar out and I'm going to Gordon Freeman anything that comes near me.
There's a collection of plastic bags and a car license plate.
You can also give me a perception check.
Is this easier because I'm using a flashlight?
No, it's probably way harder because everything's dark and you have a small beam of light that you're trying to aim into.
Yes, flashlights are notoriously bad for seeing things in the dark.
Yeah, they are. They're really fucking bad at it. That's why the sun makes things way easier to see during the day.
It's not the day. We're in space.
I know that. Okay. A 9 and Betty, your perception? Wow, a 9 and a 6. That's an interesting number combination.
I got some goop on my helmet.
Sure you do. Sure you do. All right. You don't seem to see anything that lends itself to the smaller creatures, the smaller chameleon-like creatures, the insects that you saw on the ship.
Anyway.
I don't see anything in there, Betty, do you?
No, but they can fucking disguise themselves as, they fucking... You wouldn't, would you? Right. Not until they're trying to eat their way through your fucking helmet.
That is a large
tongue. Yeah, it's a bloody huge tongue.
Scanning around the mouth, can I see any, I don't know what they would be called because this is a space creature completely fictitious. Like venom sacs in a snake? Do I see anything like the equivalent that could be saliva gland?
Sure. Give me a biology plus your logic.
Logic. 10.
You're getting a lot of strange readings that aren't really very helpful for you. The scanner is seemingly not working correctly. You're getting lots of glitches on it.
These things are truly magnificent and utterly enigmatic.
Right. So, what do you want to do now?
I'd love some of this acid, but I don't think we have anything that could carry such a thing.
Right. Okay. So that's out. Then good. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Glass.
I'm
can
gonna-
be acid, can't it?
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna get a nut out of my bag and just kind of like ping it down in the center of the gullet. See if anything moves.
Okay, you just kind of like floats, careens off of something.
Oh, well done.
Or you just seeing if I could, see if anything would like skull out of the way or whatever.
Scuttle, yes. Maybe.
Do I have any like glass vials or anything back on the shuttle in the science?
I mean, really, dude, it's up to you what you think you'd bring with you. I mean, I
can definitely see me
Pipettes, test tubes. Yeah.
I feel like you might bring that stuff with you if you're trying to go inspect the creature.
Egon, take a sample.
I mean, you were aware of its corrosive nature before, so...
I mean, I feel like that's not a stretch.
Okay, yeah, I will go.
Betty, we need to go back and just get some glass for this.
Bugger me!
I mean, you brought it with you out.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like you would have brought it with you.
Totally.
For sure.
Glass pipette, definitely. You're just like... Right, and then...
The trick is finding it. You haven't found any.
I thought goop coming
Yeah,
down
wasn't
from the...
it, yeah. You said there
There's
was
some saliva, but
I'm gonna try
strangely
and collect
enough,
some. Oh, that's
it's
the
not
end.
the same material that you saw.
I'm gonna get some of that then.
Okay.
In a vial.
Sure.
Right. Is it the corrosive shit or not?
Depends on how you test.
I'll drop one of.
Have you got a spare nut?
Do you have a shoe? Just...
Can you place a shoe there? Are you using that shoe?
All right, hang on. Let me. Oh, you want to test if it's right? Hang on. I'm just going to sort of gently push a nuts, sort of like so it gently intersects with the
Yeah.
goop.
Sure. It's like really slowed down, like it's slowly turning.
Oh, like it's dissolving to you. Well.
I don't taste it. I'll take some of that goop.
I cannot seem to see where it's generating the acidic stuff from.
Right. Well,
So you could probably get in there okay without dying.
we could probably get in there okay.
Yes, we could probably get in there without dying.
Well, it won't be the first time I've deep throated a monster, so come on, let's do this then.
Deep throat.
You. Oh god.
Okay, so you start to head into this creature, and I think that's where we're going to take our final break.
Oh my god!
Let's take our final break.
Because
As-
I can.
Let's take our final break. There is the intrepid dumbasses fly into the alien creature to find the body snatcher bugs with their faces. We'll be right back, everybody, in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
I like to think there's like an alien xenomorph egg, and they're like, I wonder if there's a face hugger in here, and they're like right above it.
Oh, look at this fascinating! It's melting right through my...